Are you more often sad than happy in your marriage? Are you tired of the conflict, stress, and the heartache? Have you exhausted the catchphrase, marriage is supposed to make you holy, not happy? Do you want to get off the rewarded cycle because you've discovered that after spinning your wheels for years inside of that cliche, you feel more unloved and lonely than ever? Have you emotionally flatlined and you're ready to give up in spite of counseling and having read all the books on being the most excellent wife that you can be? After all these years, you understand what marriage is supposed to look like, yet there's just more isolation and disconnection. If that sounds like your marriage, you've come to the right spot. Hi there, my name is Lillian, and here I talk about God and the femininity that He created you with, and how that femininity can heal you, give you back your life, and possibly the marriage you've always hoped for. There's a caveat though. As you grow and your femininity shines brighter and you get stronger in the Lord, a true believing brother will love who you're becoming. But a wolf in sheep's clothing will hate your new sense of self. As God regenerates your heart to be the daughter that He always meant for you to be, the wolf will make your marriage worse. If you can't see whether he's a dysfunctional husband or a dangerous man, that's proof you're unhealed. It's you that needs to do the work first. Walking away is about doing that work. You have to pull apart your dysfunctional feminine soul and allow God to show you where and how you need to be healed and restored. That's why I'll say it a few times. Walking away without leaving, it's not about the man. It's about you. And it seems like I'm saying that flippantly. I'm not. This method of low contact, it's the scariest and hardest thing to step forward into. It's a real courageous act of faith. In 1 Peter 3, God says specifically to His daughters, do what is good without being intimidated by fear. When you're not intimidated by fear, that means you won't be tied to an outcome. What does it mean to be tied to an outcome? It means that you have an expectation of the way you want things to turn out, or there's a way you believe you know it will be or should turn out. Our outcomes are a direct link to our unmet needs, where God wants to heal and change and grow us. In a real simple way, pain points us to where we're going in the wrong direction. I kept trying to change and grow and be what I thought was my authentic self, but I kept failing because I was looking in the wrong place for growth and validation to happen. I was looking into my marriage for it to happen. This is wrong. This is so not the purpose of marriage when it comes to us females. I heard a husband once say that his wife is the instrument of his perfection, and it's true, when it comes to relationships. That's why when God says, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Proverbs 18:22. Have you ever considered what is that good thing? If you understand this verse to mean a man finds someone to help him on his journey on earth, or someone to pick up the slack of domestics for the kids and for him, then you're interpreting in the masculine. Being that good thing from Proverbs 18:22 is not about what she does in her role as a wife. Any woman or maid service can be that kind of good thing. A mother or sister or grandmother can do them. In that interpretation, there's nothing special or good about a wife. Any woman can fill that domestic role. A man doesn't even have to get married to have that kind of good thing in his life. All he has to do is hire domestic help. When you think and you understand in a feminine embodiment, you see that the good thing that God's talking about here is her femininity, when it's in relationship with masculinity. The good thing is the harmonizing of male to female, and in that harmonizing, It's the feminine's responsibility. And that's why I say you must go first. You must heal first. You are that responsibility from God. You know how we understand that God is love? Not that God is loving or God does loving, but it's what he is. It's that way with feminine responsibility. We don't do femininity or act in feminine things or in feminine ways. It's what we are. You notice that God does not make an equal comparison that a woman finds a good thing when she finds a husband, because she doesn't. That's not what marriage is for her. Everything is different between the masculine and the feminine. It's intentional and purposeful by our Creator.